Well, hello and welcome once again to my little base and to where we are. This is episode 4 of the base building on a new survival series. So, where are we? We are in a situation of having finished the solar array, which I think was the last video that we made. So I've finished the solar array. It's now all up and running, and since making that, obviously Izzy's solar script is still running over there, and we have the auto crafting from Izzy's inventory running for us on the scripts, as we said. I'll turn those lights off for a second. I have done quite a bit of work to the base between the last episode and this one. So we built a small truck to try and get the little drone drill out, doing some extra drilling at some of the sites where we found stuff. It really doesn't work. This is fine, and this works fine, but put the two together for going over the ice, and it just doesn't have the grip. If anybody knows ways to sort of improve that for ice work, that'd be great. But the amount of jackknifing we had was quite crazy. As it is, I may have blown up the drill drone, by doing something rather silly. And so I built myself a new drill ship, which is 4 drills, and it runs with a programmable block on it. The programmable block that's on it is for the VTOL script, which, as you can see, is running at the moment. The only problem with the VTOL script, as I see it, is that the rotors constantly turn round on your drill ship, which just looks weird when it's plugged in. Finally, I also have started on the main base and on what we're going to do for that. So we've got a projector set up here, and we are digging our way into the hillside here. And every now and again we'll put in these rafters to sort of identify space. Obviously these ones haven't been done because I might do these, but this side I won't do because this will be outside of the hill. So we're going to start digging into the hill and sort of building our base into the hill. Once we've built into the hill a little way, we're going to drill probably up rather than down, but to sort of here-ish, and put in the solar array that's there. I'm going to put it up here on the top. We need to get some defences up here on the top as well, sort of to try and keep that solar array safe. And then we're going to start doing some more stuff. As it is, we're also in a situation where we have got all of the assert systems, all the assert mods are now running. So we've got assert sort of vehicles in the air, we've got assert ground bases, and we've got assert sort of larger assets as well on the ground and around. And we've also got modular encounters running and vanilla stuff. So there's a beacon that's showing itself over there. I think that's a wrecked ship. We might go and have a look at that at some point, but for the moment we're going to keep on building up the base, so on and so forth. As you can see, I was welding up the floor because I thought that would be sensible in this little welder ship I'd built, and I may have run it until the batteries run out. So I'm going to have to put a little battery on there and just get it back to its docking port over here, and then we can go from there. The other thing you can see is obviously I've added a proper assembler and a proper refinery, and the refinery has got I think it's 3 yield units on the back of it, and one power module on the back of it, and then this has got there's that speed and a power as well. I'm really lucky. I've got gold, silicon, silver. There's sort of like, it's pretty much everything you'd want on that lake shore itself. So with that sort of in mind, I've been able to get quite a lot of materials together and start getting stuff going, which has been really positive. And I've built some extra batteries because the solar arrays bringing enough of power, it should be able to do so. So I'm going to leave the video here for a minute, and I'm going to stop annotating, as it were, with my voice. I'm going to get some work done. We'll do that at sort of double speed for you, and then once we've got to the next bit, I'll start chatting again. Okay.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Fuel low.
Okay guys, having destroyed as many different things as I have, I think this is like the third iteration of a flyer that I've managed to blow up. I am going to add a mod to actually start helping me to build stuff and so forth, because I think I probably need it. But we'll look at that in a bit. I'm just going to keep on going, but I think the benefit of everybody so far, what I've managed to build, just in case you haven't seen up the speed, we've got the sort of opening doors to come into the base. We've got the first sort of area of the base nearly completed. We need to put some lights in, obviously, to sort of illuminate the area. We're going to go this way one more section, and then once we've gone this way one more section, we're actually going to go to the left and to the right into the hill. And you notice we've gone for quite a steep hill section, so we should be alright. Hopefully we'll not come out this side as we go in. But in that respect, we're going to sort of keep that going. Hopefully get to a place where we can sort of have a few spaces to put in things like the welder ship and a new miner once I've built a new miner, because I'm going to have to build yet another new miner. And then yeah, we'll see where we get to. But for the moment, that's probably enough mucking about. I'm going to stop the recording here and get a load of extra stuff done, and then I'll start the recording again once I've managed to actually do a bit more work on all of this. So see you in a bit. So, welcome back. after all of the stuff you've just been watching us doing, all the different bits and bats of material that have been happening, I said I'd disappear for a bit and come back with the base once it was a bit more finished. So what you're looking at right now is where that temporary base used to be. That temporary base is now gone. That's the divot that we started to build it in before. We've got a few more divots where things have crashed and banged and so on and so forth over time. But if I come back this way and turn this way, here we see what is our opening gambit into this new base. So the base sort of gives you an idea of what's going on up there. We've built into the mountainside like we showed in the video earlier. We've now built these 4 pillars which have all got a wind turbine on top of them, and they work as our sort of directional understanding for when we're out on the ice lake at night, because these lights can be seen. As we get towards here, we'll go up there in a bit. I've started to sort of add a little bit of greebling, so every little while you get one of these archways. This archway is higher than the rest of the archways that go into the rest of the base, and then we've also utilised a sort of pattern on the floor of internal blocks, just with a bit of the aesthetic on them. We can turn our lights off actually, don't need those. Get to the inside of the base, we get to the first of the hangar doors. This is the hangar door. This is the first of the lower arches. You'll notice at the side there is actually a conveyor port there, which was from the temporary base outside, and now it's just sort of still sat there as an option to be used if we need. As we come into the main base through the hangar door, this is sort of the idea of Gone 4, as it were. So there's a cargo point there just to grab things as I need them, up and away so that you don't see it particularly. And then each of the sections have done something different in between the section. So here again there's a couple of conveyors just making everything work. Over here we have our battery bank. So we have 48 batteries that are currently charging. And they're charging using that solar system that you saw up on the hillside. In here is our command and control area. We've got a few storage areas here for putting stuff. We've got a med bay, and then here are the 2 programmable blocks that were previously on the temporary base, and are now in here instead. Running for us our solar system and our inventory system, and we then have some command chairs, and then over here we have all of the sort of information about what's going on. So we have our solar system, what's going on with that at the moment, see how charged our batteries are, which is just over 50%. Now we can see how much we're bringing in from the wind turbines, how much we're bringing in from the solar sails, from those big solar panels we've got. We've got 100 solar panels up on the top of the hill. And then we've got our auto crafting system, so that tells us everything that is currently being held by our system in inventory for us, and then we have a sort of look of just how much as far as ingots and so on and so forth we've got. So we're a bit low on silver, we're a bit low on magnesium, we're a bit low on gold, but cobalt, iron, nickel, silicon, we're all looking pretty good for. Actually, nickel we're a bit low on as well. Probably do a magnesium and maybe a nickel and a gold and a silver run later. And then also we can see how much ammo we've got of each of the different ammo types that we're holding. So we've got autocannons, we've got the Gatling, and we've got the big artillery shells available to us as well. There's just a little bit of a glitch there, which is probably something very large coming into the area that's come in from one of the multiple mods that we've got running that are bringing us in things to fight or raid or whatever. So yeah, this is our sort of main command area. Sort of glass panels to block it off and trying to make it look a bit nice and pretty. And then as we come in to here, over here we've got 2 ports for things to be logged into, to be held. So this is our mining vehicle that I think people will have seen already on the video. I really like this miner. I might even put it up on the workshop. It works really nicely. It does a really good job, and it was pretty cheap to build, to be honest, as well. I had to change it slightly from my original build, in that I'd forgotten to actually add a system by which the cockpit could go onto the connector, which meant that this drill was filling up and going into the cockpit and not going anywhere else. So that's not exactly the most sensible thing I've ever done. 2 large cargo containers here, and then over this side we have our 3 refineries. The refineries have got stuff on the back of them, and then we've also got 2 assemblers that are running here as well, with speed mods and power mods. The cargo containers either side of that as well. As said, I've done something different on each one of these. So this one's got blast blocks. That one that you've already seen. Come down to the next one here, and this has got sort of glass working on it. And then these 2 I've not done anything with yet. They can be dug out and can be used for something else, and we'll get to that maybe. Maybe one of them will become a sort of command point for turrets and so forth, and then the other one, I know if we start having other people working with us on this particular area, we might have to turn that into like an area for some cryo beds. And then here we have a couple of gateways which take us through to the back of the base and to sort of the back wall, which is, as you can see, just a hole in the floor. I haven't done anything further back here, but if at any point we decide we want to expand the base out a bit more, or we want to put in a lift or something, that's probably where it will go. So as we come back this way, there is actually one other area that needs to be seen. Let's just shut that door, which is up here. So up here you come through and into the roof space. We've got a couple of H2O2 generators, some more cargo, and then this leads us through just so I can build. As you can see, everything is actually piped up. Everything in this is piped up so that it's all connected throughout the entire base, but most of it, pipework, is held behind the walls, out of sight, so that people can't really see where it all is, so on and so forth. There is then, I think this is like a 90-meter long shaft with a ladder, which you can climb if you want, but it takes about 20 minutes to do. So we're just going to fly up it instead, and this connects all the way up to the top. It takes us to our solar area. So we come across here, we've got connection points, and I am using, this is one of the places where you can see them, I'm using the build and repair mod in order to sort of help me to build all of this lot up. So there's build and repair systems throughout the base, and they're all generally hidden away. We don't have very much as far as the sort of defensive cannons are concerned at the moment. I need to considerably increase the amount of defences, because we've only got a Gatling, a artillery, and another Gatling here. Well, that's an assault cannon, sorry. Not artillery. And then here we've got the first of our 2 solar sails, and then we have, going across, our bridge, which is just made out of the iron blocks that were in the industrial update. Every now and again a Gatling on there, and then another build and repair. And the build and repairs are there basically so that this would build itself as I put all the bits in. So whenever a build and repair ran out of space, a new build and repair was built, and this goes to a build and repair, and then up and into here there's a command seat, which is really just there so that I've got space for getting a bit of energy back. Another build and repair unit, and there is actually a cargo container underneath there as well. And then that leads us to the second of the big solar arrays. This one is slightly larger than the other. And that's pretty much the base now at this point. So the next things for the base, as we sort of try and get it finished, I'm going to add some lighting into this unit over here, and I need to add some defensive turrets sort of along here, and probably some defensive turrets sort of along that back ridge there as well. So those will sort of come up and go around. I might see if I can do that by tunneling rather than doing sort of long stretches of line like this. Quite like this one being out though. I quite like this one sort of being on show, and I particularly like the fact that it's got this sort of long catwalk that goes across as a bridge from one side of the solar arrays to the other. So I'll probably keep that. That solar array is just a bit more simple in its design. This one obviously I tried to be a little bit more funky, so you've got like a sort of internal structure, and then these sort of external bits that come around, and the external bits that come around, each of those has got another wind turbine on it, which is working at full optimization, I think. Yeah, that is the base. And back to the front door. There we go. So I hope you like the look of it. I hope you can see some of the aesthetics that we've tried to do. We're going to keep on working on the aesthetics and sort of see where we go from there. Now, the next video I'm going to do, you can see there's something up in the sky over there. There's a lightning storm a couple of days ago when I was building, and there was suddenly a massive bang, and there is a ship that has wrecked itself on the hillside there. I think it got hit by storm and went down. Yeah, lightning, it hurts. But in that respect, we're going to do a recce to see what's over there, see if there's anything that we can scavenge. I have been over once and it didn't attack me. I think the power is off on it, but it is kitted out with lots of nasty gribbly stuff, so I just want to be very, very careful before I go over. And obviously at the moment I don't really have anything that can grind it down and so forth, so we might look at that, or because we're starting to see a bit more sort of aggression from other mods, so on and so forth. We've had a few assert things flying around and so on and so forth as well, and I think there's a couple of assert bases around here that we might need to go and get rid of. There might be a need for us to build some sort of fighter or fighter system to be able to deal with those, so we'll see how that all goes. Anyway, for the moment, thank you once again for watching. We fly up to the top of here for our final farewell shot. I'll be back soon for some more Space Engineers. For the moment, enjoy. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.